everyone, it's me, Miss Candace. Welcome back for another episode of Hangouts with Hank. Let's give Hank a call and see what he's been up to. Wonder what he's done this week.
Hi, Miss Candace.
Hi, Hank. How are you?
Not so great today. No.
Yeah, you seem distracted. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm a little confused. You see, last night, my mom was on the phone with her friend, and and they were talking all sad, and they were talking about something called racism. What does that word mean?
Well, Hank, racism is a tough topic, but it's a very important one to talk about. Before I answer your question, I just want to thank you for asking me about it because it's a healthy choice to ask grown-ups about these tough topics.
Really?
And to ask questions that you may have. Absolutely.
Oh.
So, Hank, racism is a form of unfair treatment against certain people because of the way they look, like their skin color.
Like if a friend made fun of me because I'm orange?
Exactly like that.
Oh, that's not very nice.
No, it's not. And this unfair treatment is called injustice. You know, we have a friend who's dedicated his life to celebrating diversity and fighting injustice.
Really?
Should we give him a call? I think he'll have lots of good ideas on ways we too can celebrate diversity and fight injustice.
That sounds amazing.
All right, let's give Mr. Jordan a call. Hi, Mr. Jordan.
Hi, Mr. Jordan.
Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you, Hank.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Jordan.
Hi, Miss Candace.
Hi. So Hank was just telling me that he overheard his mom talking about racism.
Yeah.
And he wants to learn more about it. And knowing the work that you do, would it be okay if he asked you a few questions?
Absolutely. I might not have all the answers, Hank, but I'll give it my best.
Oh, that's great. Because I have all kinds of questions.
Okay.
Miss Candace, though, Miss Candace was saying that you celebrate diversity. Is that right? What is diversity? Oh, diversity.
Yep.
What
Diversity.
is that?
Yes. So it's a great question, Hank. Diversity is just all of the many differences that we all have as people.
Oh, like my nose being blue?
Yep. Like your nose being blue, like mine being brown.
Whoa,
Like,
that's pretty neat.
Exactly. It's just all the different things that, all the different characteristics about us as people.
What makes us amazing?
That's definitely something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the cool thing about diversity is that it makes us, it highlights the things that are unique about us, but it also, when we bring all of our uniqueness together, it makes us special as a group as well.
Oh, wow. That is pretty neat.
It is.
My mom also was talking about race. What is race?
Yeah, Hank. So race really comes down to the color of our skin. So kind of like you have orange skin.
Yeah.
And I have brown skin, and Miss Candace has white skin. So our race is the different colors of our skin.
Oh, so if race is all about our beautiful skin colors, what is racism then?
So here's where it starts to get a little tricky. So racism is when we sometimes treat people poorly because of the color of their skin. So if they're different than us and we don't treat them the same as we treat the people who are like us.
Well, that's pretty horrible. Oh. Huh.
Yeah, it is. And there's a bunch of bad things about racism, but it starts with just what you said. It starts with our emotions a lot of times, and it can make people feel really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know when my mom was sad now. that does make me kind of sad. Huh.
Yeah.
But Mr. Jordan?
Yep.
What can you tell me about this country and like how diverse this country is?
Yeah, so one of the really exciting things about our country, Hank, is that it is diverse, and there are people who come from all over the world, and we all look different, and we all have different traits about us, and so that's one of the things that's so positive about our world. But one of the things that we keep getting reminded of, Hank, is that sometimes racism exists, and that is, as I mentioned, it's when sometimes because people are different. A lot of times we're just scared of the unknown, and we don't take the time to get to know them Yeah, kind of like that unknown. But the closer we get to people, the more we get to learn about them, and we find out that we're actually much more alike than we are different.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that does make a lot of sense.
for example, Hank, you have dreams, right?
Yeah, I do.
What are some of your dreams?
Well, when I get older, I want to be tall.
Well, I am older and I'm tall, so we had a similar dream, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell you one of my dreams?
Oh, I'd love to hear your dreams.
When I keep getting older, I want to have a family and I want to be happy. Do you have a similar dream?
I do. Yeah.
Me too.
You too, Miss Candace? So the cool thing is that once we get to know each other, we realize that sometimes and oftentimes our dreams are actually the same. But we never know that if we judge each other just based upon us looking a little differently.
So, if I'm right here, racism doesn't make us happy, right?
No, racism doesn't make anyone happy.
Well, I have a question then.
Okay.
What are some things that I can do to help? Do you have any ideas for my friends and family out there who want to help fight racism?
Oh yeah, definitely. So there's a couple things that we can do to fight racism, Hank. And the first thing is we can just take the time to get to know people, and especially people who are not like us. And sometimes that's people who don't look like us. Sometimes that's people who come from different places. That's one way that we can fight racism, is by getting to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah.
The second thing that we can do, Hank, is that we can, when we see someone else who's not being kind to someone who's different than them, we can tell them that that's not nice to do. And that will make the person who is experiencing the racism, that'll make them feel better. But it can also be a learning experience for the people who are exhibiting racism.
So if I see something, I should say something?
You should definitely say something, Hank.
That is some great advice. That'll definitely help make the world a much better place for everyone I know. Yeah.
Hank, did you ever hear the saying you shouldn't judge a book by its cover?
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think racism is a prime example of that we shouldn't judge each other just based upon how we look. That we should take the time to get to know each other.
Great idea.
Certainly.
Yeah, my mom said that she said no more, no less. I think she means that no one's more important than me and no one's less important than me. Is that right?
That is exactly right. That we all have the same importance in this world. We all bring different traits and value to this world. And it's important for us to take the time to appreciate the value that everyone brings to our communities.
Wow. You are pretty amazing, Mr. Jordan.
So wise.
Yeah.
You're not so bad yourself, Hank.
Well, thank you. So I see your shirt has a word on it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that word?
Yeah, so this word is Attollo. And Attollo means to rise up, Hank. It means to rise up, to lift off. And so what we're doing at Attollo is we're helping young people and reminding young people that they can do whatever they set out to work hard at.
That is pretty amazing. And what made you want to do that?
Well, there's a couple reasons, Hank, but the one that just stands out is that I have had so many people who have helped me out, who have given me opportunities, who have held me accountable, who've encouraged me. And anytime that you receive that, you want to do that for somebody else. And so that encouraged me and made me want to start doing this for some other people.
So they helped you rise up?
They helped me rise up.
That's amazing.
Rise up kind of reminds me of how we should rise up, speak up, and use our voice and stand up for other people.
That is really good, Miss Candace.
I love that.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Well, thank you, Mr. Jordan, for helping to understand racism a little better.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Hank. I think it's great that, as Miss Candace said at the beginning, anytime that you're unsure about something or you see someone else who's a little down about something, you should certainly ask questions, and you did just that.
And so if I see something, I should say something, and I should rise up.
There we go.
I love it.
So friends at home, in case you're unsure of where to start in your quest to rise up and to stand up and to speak up for others, we actually created a book list for you that you can see below. It's all about books on race and diversity, self-love and acceptance, racism, history, and action, because it's important that we take action and use our voice.
Absolutely.
That sounds great.
It's a very healthy choice for you and all of humanity to really speak up and to use your voice. And remember, friends at home, it's all of our jobs to rise up against racism, to take a stand, even when it might feel a little scary, and to speak up and use your voices because it's the right thing to do. Remember, you can always talk to grown-ups that you trust about these tough topics and ask questions. It's a great way to learn and to find ways to help. And it doesn't stop with race. You should always stand up and speak up for anybody that you see who's being treated unfairly. You can always use your voice to help others.
Absolutely.
Wow.
All right. We have a little dance party, but not just any dance party. Should we have a dance party to celebrate diversity and to celebrate rising up against racism?
That sounds amazing.
All right, this is going to be a super extra special dance party. But first, let me get the disco ball.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
I love this part.
All right, here it comes. And that was a good one. I think that was my favorite dance yet.
Wow, you guys have great moves.
You got rhythm, Hank.
Thanks.
Well, Mr. Jordan and Hank, it was so great talking with you. I'll talk with you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, friends, for joining us on another episode of Hangouts with Hank. Remember all of the lessons that you learned in this so that you can rise up and stand up for other people and use your voice to speak up. We'll see you next time. But until then, hang loose.